We're at the Nuclear Museum of Science and History.
Are you Speed?
Yeah, you call me Speed.
I'm Jennifer. I'm the president and CEO of the museum.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I'm going to show you around the museum. I got you for a little while. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so coming back here, we talk about Manhattan Project, the 3 secret cities during World War II to create. I'm going to show you right over here. This was an artist's rendition of what he believed the laboratories looked like in Los Alamos during the Manhattan Project. So what it looked like when they were building the first atomic bomb.
Don't leak it, don't leak it.
Wait, this is what it's like when it was... So this how they build the atomic bomb?
This is what an artist believed the laboratories looked like when they were building the atomic bomb.
That was like the craziest bomb ever.
Yes, it was. Did you see the movie Oppenheimer?
Nah, I just remember...
Big explosion. There's about 5 minutes in there that you really want to watch because of the explosion.
Oh my God.
Let's come this way. Okay, so we're going to walk this way. These are some of the casings for the bombs that were used to end World War II. Fat Man and Little Boy.
Fat Man and Little Boy.
Fat Man and Little Boy. So these were dropped over Hiroshima and Nagasaki to end World War II.
Really?
Some of the things that you do see in here, we even have the original American flag right over here.
Wait, that's the original American flag?
One at Trinity site where the world's first atomic bomb was tested.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 48 stars.
So
Now there's 51.
Right over there. So that's the one that was actually flying at Trinity site when, over here, let me show you. This is a casing that looks like the Gadget, the world's first atomic bomb that was tested in 1945.
My God.
So this is what is inside Fat Man.
So that was what was inside of Fat Man.
And that's what it looks like on the outside.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna walk this way.
No, I'm just taking it all off. You know what? I'm just not in the mood right now for it.
I feel like I should look the other way. Okay. So we're gonna come over here.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
You're good.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, we're leaving Manhattan Project Cold War. We have the largest collection of nuclear or declassified nuclear weapons at this museum in the world. I'm going to show you these 2. These are called broken arrows. So anytime a bomb is dropped or lost, just drops accidentally or detonates, this is called a broken arrow. So in the Cold War, they had airplanes in the air, bombers all the time, right around Russia, just in case something happened, a war broke out. So during one of those flights, they were doing a mid-air fueling. They had 4 missiles in it. Because the airplanes crashed, 4 fell. 2 of them exploded. So the explosions went off, but they didn't have a nuclear reaction. These 2 did not explode. This one went into the ocean in Palomares, Spain, and this one went into a farmer's field. So these are actual broken arrows, the tears, the dents, everything.
What?
Yes.
From 1945?
No, actually, this was later on, but it was during the Cold War.
Oh, so 1980s.
I'm going to show you this. This Trident missile right up here, this huge Trident missile. This is the nose cone. So if you come around here, you can see the inside of how big this missile is. So this is the nose cone. Right in here, it goes on the end of this one.
Oh, so these are all bombs.
Yes. The whole museum's not just bombs, but this one, 24 of these would fit in one submarine. This is the USS Ohio.
Ohio.
And 24 Tridents would fit in, and you can see all of the different indentations of 24 of these would fit in this.
Jeez.
So I'm going to show you outside.
Bombs are scary, man.
Yeah,
Right over that way.
these are
It's dark. It might be too dark. We can see. I've got a lot of airplanes. We can barely see, so we'll just stand here and I'll show you. This is the type of airplane that dropped Fat Man and Little Boy to end World War II. It's a B-29 Super Fortress.
What?
We have 3 bombers, B-29 Super Fortress, a B-52 Stratofortress.
Are all the bombs like
B-47.
non-active right now?
They are. Every one of them are declassified, demilitarized, and cannibalized. So none of them. A lot of them even have cement inside of them.
Good.
And then we have 4 single-seat jet fighters, one of which is a non-American airplane, and it's strategically surrounded by American fighter jets. So that's how we did it. When they did the first atomic bomb testing, they put it on a tower like that at Trinity site. And so they lifted it up on the tower. All of the scientists went about 10 miles away. They detonated the bomb, took pictures to figure out. They didn't know what would happen. They thought, is it going to rip a hole in the atmosphere? Is it going to put a crack in the earth? and yet they tested it anyway.
Man,
So let's walk back in.
bro, these. You got my phone?
Get a little bit more serious with this visit, huh?
Yeah, like I'm hearing about bombs. These classified as bombs.
Also, a part of our museum is talking about pop culture. So part of the nuclear era was how people would use it in toys and comic books and movies. So if you look up here, like Mad Max and some of the other movies, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, all of these different movies and all the toys, like The Simpsons and everything, because of nuclear. So people were really interested in nuclear because of the pop culture aspect of it.
So nuclear was a pop culture.
It was phenomenon. All of the different things that they did. We have toys.
Is that Albert Einstein? Albert Einstein. Hey. Hold on. Let me ask Albert Einstein. Hold on, wait, Jamal. Can you stop doing that real quick?
Sometimes it works. Sometimes
Let me ask Albert Einstein, what is the fastest thing in the universe? He better say iShowSpeed.
What is the fastest thing?
Keep
What
it
is the fastest thing in the universe? What a good question, Kinder. What do you think it is?
iShowSpeed?
Is it a cheetah? How about a supersonic jet? Good guesses, but no. The fastest thing in the universe is, ta-da, light.
Light. Light is.
Light travels 670 million miles per hour.
What? Jamal, can you just...
It takes me about 5 hours to fly from Albuquerque to New York, not counting airport layovers and hassles with security. But light can get from Albuquerque to New York and back in much less than a second.
All right, Albert Einstein, what is energy?
That is energy?
Yes.
Excellent question, Liebchen. Energy is what the capital E stands in my famous equation, E is mc squared. Energy is the ability to do that. Energy makes things happen. There is stored energy in the objects all around you, just waiting to be released.
Really?
There is also stored energy in you, even when you're being a couch potato. When you fall off that couch, you are releasing your stored energy. If you burn a piece of wood, you release the energy contained in the wood.
What?
And feel it as heat.
You're so smart. I never even knew that. Everything is energy. You're stored energy. You're stored energy.
Okay, follow me, and I'm going to show you some things you can actually touch.
Okay.
So, you know how I told you about broken arrows?
Yep.
So I'm actually going to show you something where you get to hold a piece of shrapnel from the broken arrow that happened in Albuquerque in the 50s. We also have radiation. Did you know that bananas have radiation or are radioactive to a certain extent?
That's why I love bananas.
So any type of banana, if you eat one
You should wrap in
banana,
the front.
if you eat one banana, it is 0.1 microsieverts of radiation.
What does that mean?
That means you, in any given day, just the background radiation that you experience is about 10 microsieverts. So if you were to have a lethal dose of bananas, you would have to eat 100,000 bananas in one sitting to have a lethal dose of radiation. So they're totally safe, but they do have radioactive.
So if you eat 100,000 bananas in 1 second, you
would
blow
die.
up?
Well, no, not 1 second, but like in one sitting, you would die. Not blow up, but it would be very bad for you. Temporary exhibit hall, so we're going to go back this way. This is something that we built.
Tess, should I try that one day?
Please don't. So this shows a lot of the different toys that we have. And when we turn this corner, have you ever seen Back to the Future?
Yeah, Back to the Future.
So we have
Oh, that's the Back to the Future car. What?
This is something because we're talking about fact versus fiction.
This can't be the actual car though, right?
It's not the actual, but it is
Oh.
one of the key drawings that we do have.
Oh, I remember watching this.
Yes.
1 and 2. I watched that in class, in the film room.
So I'm going to take you into the collections. This is just a back area, but we're going to go into a room where a lot of our curatorial work is done, but I'm going to show you some things that you can actually touch.
Okay.
So we're going to go in this room. I'm gonna go in here. Okay, so right over here. If you do want to touch some things, grab a couple of gloves, okay? So this right here isn't much worth touching, but it's a flight suit. So this is a high altitude flight suit.
Wait,
Something
you talking about, what do you mean flight suit?
when a pilot goes up in really, really high as far as aircraft, this is one step down from like a space suit.
Right.
So these are some of the types of artifacts that we have here. This is literally just fabric, but what I actually want you to touch, you know how I told you about the broken arrow here in Albuquerque?
Yep.
So there was a broken arrow in the 50s. There was a bomb that looks like this. This is called it's a Mark 17. This was the biggest hydrogen bomb that the United States had made at that point in time, 42,000 pounds. It was carried in an airplane, which is a B-36. So they don't know exactly what happened, but they do know it was flying into the Air Force Base here. And as they were flying in, one of the crewmen went into the back, something happened, and this bomb that was 42,000 pounds fell and was released through the bottom of the airplane. The airplane tore open like paper because it was 42,000 pounds. The airplane jumped up 1,000 feet instantly. The crewman was able to grab on so he didn't fall out. He yelled bombs away. No one died. One cow died because it was on the outside of Albuquerque.
The cow. What the cow?
But they did not learn about it until the 1980s. This is a piece of the shrapnel because it is so heavy because it's lead. Do you want to pick it up?
Yeah, I want to pick it up.
It's very heavy. Very, very heavy.
Whoa, this doesn't look heavy, but it's pretty heavy.
So that's a piece of the shrapnel from the...
What the hell is this?
It's lead.
The lead.
That was a piece of the bomb. What made it something that was 42,000 pounds?
That was just one piece of the bomb.
This is a human head. They call it a phantom, but it is an actual human skull that they use as far as x-rays. You can pick it up. So they use that for x-rays because of everything surrounding it. It actually kind of makes it seem like you have skin and a little bit of fat and things over the actual bone. So it's called a phantom.
This man had perfect teeth.
I know.
Whoever this man is, this man had perfect teeth, bro.
I think it's a woman.
Well, woman.
Okay, then we have uranium glass. You have the... I do. So, this is something just uranium glass. This is always pretty cool because when you have that, it does actually glow in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So these are aspects that we have here at the museum just because things are radioactive. So just wanted to show you this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this one's not very pretty, but when they tested the world's first atomic bomb, it was in White Sands, New Mexico. Because the heat of the blast was so hot on the white sand, it created a whole layer of green glass that they called trinitite. So this is a piece of what it turned out to be from the heat of the blast on white sands. Yes.
So I ain't gonna lie. This shit is like,
Heavy?
heavy.
Yeah.
Just bomb, titanium fabric, the leads of the Mark 17. It's just...
But think about it, they do have peaceful uses. Because of all of that, they have the peaceful uses of nuclear, such as nuclear energy, nuclear medicine, and even space exploration.
Nuclear medicine?
Nuclear medicine. Think about it. X-rays, CAT scans, all of that came because of the discovery
Of
that happened.
nuclear.
Right. And so it all really originated with CP. It was CP1, right? As far as the Chicago pile, as far as a nuclear reaction. We do have one other thing that's kind of heavy, and I can show you that as we're walking out. And it's only this big, but it had a really big impact on history. You want to see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So nuclear is... So what is actually...
Peaceful too.
So what is nuclear?
So nuclear is pretty much anything from nuclear deterrence, like global leadership, as far as weapons, but it's also energy. So if you think about in some places of the United States, all of their electricity comes from nuclear power plants. I'm from Texas. When you talk about nuclear here in Texas, a lot of people say, oh, I think about weapons or bombs. We'll go this way. Or The Simpsons.
Right.
When you're in somewhere like maybe the East Coast and they use their power as far as nuclear power plants, you ask someone, what do you think about? And they say, oh, I think about electricity, light bulbs, turning on the lights, things like that. But then it's medicine. So some of the things that save people's lives are all because of nuclear. So we're going to go this way.
So nuclear is basically like a higher energy?
Absolutely.
Basically.
Very much.
when you're separating electrons from, how does it actually,
So that we're gonna have to. My curator actually left for the day.
Chat, nuclear is basically like the high. So is nuclear the highest form of energy?
It is.
Or like one of the highest forms of energy?
I would say yes. Also, when it comes to nuclear energy, it's very clean, so it has a carbon-free footprint. So there's not a lot of waste that comes from something like that versus maybe oil or coal. So we're going to go and see this. This is one of our most popular items. The whole exhibit is this one cube right here. So when America was racing to create the world's very first atomic bomb, the gadget, Germany was racing too. So Hitler was trying to create the world's first atomic bomb. Heisenberg, which is a name always through Breaking Bad, he used 664 of these cubes, and it actually looked like a chandelier right over here.
Right.
So he had those hanging up, and he was trying to create the world's first nuclear reaction. So that would have been the world's first atomic bomb, but he wasn't successful. We were. And that was just because some of the most brilliant minds were Jewish. They were either murdered or run away. And then also the lack of teamwork. Hitler could not get everybody on the same page, whereas we were able to in the Manhattan Project.
Wow.
All this exhibit just for this one cube that's 5 pounds. So
And that's
it's a uranium cube.
and that's an atomic bomb.
It is a uranium cube, so one of the aspects that goes into it.
Atomic
to create,
bomb.
Yes. But they weren't able to get it figured out.
So we still got like atomic bombs, right?
They have all different types of weapons but I think the whole world does at this point in time.
Yeah,
So
so-
that's something. Nuclear
Damn,
deterrence.
what kind of bombs is like making now?
That I don't know.
Free.
I can tell you anything here.
nuclear bombs, hydrogen bombs are about
Chet, imagine what kind of bombs is happening now.
We have some cool things in the store if you wanted to look.
Bro,
around
it's
it.
probably a bomb that can just.
But that, I wanted to show you a really brief, kind of quick. There was a
Damn.
time at one point back a long time ago where a boy was, I want to say a Boy Scout, if I'm correct. So he was a Boy Scout, and he was trying to create a nuclear reactor in his father's shed. And so they actually did figure that out, because there are things that do have somewhat of a nuclear reactive trace in it, that even in the 50s, we have a chemistry set that little boys and girls would play with, and there were highly radioactive materials inside of it during that time because they didn't know it was bad.
So what about regular bombs, like just regular like grenade? Them don't have really nuclears. It's just
Oh, no. I
That's
think that
just
would
gas.
just be-
Yeah, like
And that's not really my
Like
favorite. I don't
gunpowder
know why.
and-
yeah,
yeah.
I would assume as much, yes.
right. Yeah. All right. Well, I learned a lot today.